Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's in our anime Vanguards video, and today I'll be going over not just AV, I'm going to go over Reborn as well, but in comparison this time. So which one's better, AV or AR? I'm going to be, my opinion, I'm going to go over some pros and cons of both games. I'm going to try to rush a little more because, well, I just tried recording like the first half of this video and it didn't work, so we're gonna try again. First off, rerolls accessibility. I feel like that's really important for games. Let's see, this one you can get 200 here, although you gotta kind of have to be a little bit strong for that, but that's all right. Level ups, kind of every game has this. You get 5 per like normal set, but like I think 20. After every 20 levels, you get a big number. So here's 17. Also, you can do command seals. These are from legend stages. You can get 20 here. It's all right. Raids, kind of more late game content in my opinion. But still, you can get 25 from the Demon Slayer. 25 from Demon Slayer. Steel Ball Run, you can get 50 more. And the newest dungeon, you can get up to 100. I'll be back on that in a minute because that's kind of fun talking about that. Boss events, they swept out a couple of days. Currently, it's Egress, the easiest one, and this one you can get 40. So that's pretty good, in my opinion. And also those you don't need you don't need traits, so that's nice. There's also challenges, you have a chance of getting them, which is nice. You also have stuff in the middle. So world lines you can get, let's see, 5, 15, 30, 50 in total, plus a Furin. She's pretty good. Over here you can get another 100, more portals. And we're not really going to be able to do this easily, but there's tournament. So that's alright. Over here, we're going to talk about level ups now. So I think overall, AV might have more ways to get rerolls. I'm going to go over talk about leveling up characters. I feel like some pros being you can farm green essence stones to make all the essence stones you want automatically. However, it does cost a ton more. Let's go over like License, kind of like is it a bad one? Yeah, he's cost quite a bit to make. So that's, it's like a lot. And not even including the fact that, I mean, takedowns is kind of basic. You also need this, which, man, that upgrade path is annoying. You need to involve 3 other characters to then sacrifice into that. It's not that fun to do all that. All the evote, all the farming and stuff. But the gold shop's pretty good. The gold shop gives you a good amount of, it's like 3 of every color, except green gives you 12 and 1 rainbow. So that's pretty nice. Also, again, you can buy these from almost every shop. Boss event, raid shop, even the command seal one. Yeah, you can get them pretty easily. Probably why they cost so much. I guess it's kind of like a personal take, but overall aesthetic looks pretty nice. The lobby looks better than AR. When I go talk about AR and Reborn's bonuses, I'm gonna go over that game. But to be fair, I will talk about more about Anime Reborn in a minute. I think that's everything I plan to talk about. At least good on AV. AV is much older, so it has a lot more stuff in it. I will say one thing I wish it did have was auto upgrade, and its like unit manager, so that would be very nice. Um, I do feel like that's really needed. We'll say some bad things are AV is known for bugs, very much big amount of bugs. Rifts being a huge example. Sometimes when a rift spawns, which you can see here can take somewhat of 3 hours. Not really, because these quests make it go down a lot. So let's just say every 1 to 2 hours one will spawn. And you can get a chance of dropping this guy. He, Yobaha, will have a 2% chance dropping. Bad enough chance at very least. But now, the worst part is sometimes when a rift spawns, it doesn't actually spawn, which is crazy because it's been out for a while and they still haven't fixed that. Which I also don't. I guess it's fine because you can automatically you can guarantee get him with this, but it costs 500. And sometimes you gotta wait days for one to actually work, which is crazy. To be fair, he's like the second best unit in the game, so it's kind of really worth getting him. We'll say another thing that I think is kind of annoying is getting Jinwoo and Igris. I feel like their evolving thing is like a little much. I get it's the best unit in the game. You gotta make it good. Like, gotta make it a little hard. I understand that, obviously. However, to evolve Sun Jinwoo and Igris, you not only need to play a stage that takes 20 minutes 50 times, which roughly is like 16 hours. You also need to sacrifice 30 mythic up characters, like mythic secrets or exclusive characters, which is a little much in my opinion. You then have to summon 5,000 shadows with Jinwoo, which when you can do 60 every 135 seconds, it's not really fun. So I gotta really enjoy that once I finally get done with these 50 runs. I've been playing this so much and I'm still 13 runs off. Notice that's gonna take 4 hours. Just that alone, not including all this summoning I've got to do. And then you have to sacrifice an evolved Igris, which I guess goes into the point of getting the essence stones, which isn't the worst part. It's actually the easiest one in my opinion. Seeing how really you just gotta play the like I said, the boss event, especially currently since it's Igris himself, and you have a pretty decent chance of getting him, 2%. I know I was talking before, but how Yobaha is like a horrible chance of 2%, but this one's much easier to do. And you can play this infinitely, so it's much better. I mean, you also get rerolls, essence stones at all types. I mean, a ton of those as well. Gold, stat chips, and a cool emote as well. That's pretty nice. Next on the list, yeah, so I think that's kind of like the good and bad. So I feel as if they could probably, I'd very least want a unit manager for doing this, because I don't really want to be looking at my screen constantly for 20 minutes repeatedly. I don't feel like that's very nice. And I haven't seen too many bugs besides the rift bugs. I know there are no updates drop with a lot of bugs. I actually think there's going to be a new update dropping soon, so I'm going to have to maybe deal with that soon. Yay. I also think there's a lot of stunning. Although I think that's not really much of a problem. I guess since there's no flying, stunning's more of a more use. That's really all I gotta say about that. Alright, so I think that's everything for this update, or I mean, for this game. Pros and cons. I will say, I'm not going to say my full opinion, but right now, so let's jump over to Anime Reborn, talk about it. I really haven't made a video on it for a while, and there's kind of a good reason for that. And we are in Anime Reborn. It's been a minute since I made a video on this game, and there's kind of a reason why. So basically, recently they dropped their Easter update, and it was basically, it's literally just a portal grind. That's it, for some mid units that I've no care for, so that's why I didn't plan on making a video on it. Just didn't really see much care to make a video on it. I also think maybe some quality of updates have dropped, in my opinion. To be fair, Jinwoo's update, the soul leveling one, was still annoying. I will not lie. That took me days to make him from mythic to secret. Just because how bad the thing was, but in the end it worked out. I will say some of the models have kind of like digressed, and also character usage, the character usability. Yeah, sure, there's a ton of new characters, it's just half of them like suck. Like the One Piece update, most of the characters weren't really that great. Besides, like, I guess Luffy. But to be fair, if you didn't get him Miracle, he's already one placement, so it wouldn't really be that good. I just got extremely lucky with him. And to be fair, I would have much rather taken a Miracle on Jinwoo than, I guess, Luffy, because Jinwoo's better. Still. Which is good. I mean, I don't feel like every new character should be better than the old one, because why would you work on a character? Why would you put everything into one character when on like next update they're obsolete? Feels that that'd be stupid. Let's go over the rerolls. Rerolls, I haven't done much. I already have this many rerolls. To be fair, the codes they dropped for when this update first dropped, and the updates when there was some bugs, they gave us 50 plus in total. Raids are down here are like the main priority, main way to get rerolls. Not this, but the Universal Shop. They actually buffed it by now making you be able to buy 350 rerolls in total at 50 a piece, which is pretty good. Because you can buy like, I can do like 190 grinding at like 50 plus, probably even closer to 60. And yeah, it's pretty nice. There's also the newer stage, the One Piece stage. The One Piece stage also has stars as well. Once we get down here, look, 100 more for like 900, which really, I mean, to me it's not hard because I have some of the best characters. This is more like later game, but I feel but you can do the Universal Shop easy. You just gotta do the gold, like the diamond dungeon, the Black Clover dungeon, because that dropped like second update. You can easily take care of that, no problem. Because you can do either ancient or golden dungeon, either one. They both drop the same amount of universal tokens. Oh, also challenges as well. They both AV and AR have reroll challenges. I will say this game's challenge system is much better because every one of them drop some sort of star, and 1 and 2 rerolls, and that there's 4 of them every hour besides 1 every 30 minutes. AV, but there's daily ones, so that kind of maybe fixes it up. Level ups, again, and here you get 1 every single level, except to level like 10. Like every 10 levels you get extra. Like here 180 you get 10, 200 you get 11, I guess 210 you get 11, 220 11, 230 you get 12. But look, back at here, 1 1 1 1 1 1, but a lot of gold and gems, same as the other one. Yeah, I don't know I don't even think there is a cap. You just go. I'd be really stupid if there was a cap, though. Let's see. So maybe I'm split on the coins. I don't like which one is better for rerolls, because in total you can get like 450 from down here alone, plus all that, which those are guaranteed as well. There's also tournament, which I feel as if it's much easier because I just think it's much easier because you're in your own bracket. Kind of the other one as well, but also it's so much more generous. Like unless you're top 1 or top 20, you're not getting anything really. I'm top 35%. I'm getting 30 rerolls. You get 30 rerolls when you're top 10 in AV. Not 10%, 10. Like top 10, like top 10%, 35. 13.9%. I mean, they're really generous. You just gotta get top 30 and you get 35. Yeah, 3,500 gems, 35 trophies, and 35 trade rolls. Pretty generous, to be honest. I mean, once you can actually claim these rewards, that's gonna be like 120. So that's gonna be really nice. Yeah, I do know they did hint at they're gonna change the lobby model, change the lobby to make it look, I guess, better. It's much more vibrant than AV's. It's the most vibrant lobby because all the other ones is more dark. Other games are more dark. But here is so much more brighter. I actually do like the lobby in this. I do know this was bad before. Let's do an older unit. Let's see. Some older units have bad evolutions. Here's not that bad. That's actually a really good one. Yeah, a lot of characters had some interesting evolution cost. I think the best one, in my opinion, the best example of a horrible one evolution cost would be Rias. Because Rias not only costed 10 red, 10 blue, and some purple, and some rainbow stars. The evolution material costs 30, 3, and 8, and that's not really important. But you need 40 red stars. And back before the quality of life update, it would take you. Sometimes you wouldn't even get that star. You'd have to get lucky. Now it's I actually went for it. Like I had the unit for like a week or week plus, but I just never had enough time or enough resources to evolve her. After that, let me see my resources, but I think I'm have pretty much, yeah, 24, 60, 80. Yeah, I have a good amount of them. Actually, a little lower. I was at 100 on each of these before. Did kind of burn them up recently, so that's kind of sad. I will say I do think AR character, Anime Reborn characters are better. In my opinion, they're better. Because they're both fine enough. Both games' best characters, Sun Jin Woo. I feel like his is better because he gets summons for free. Yes, I do know the whole, you have to market, you have to buy summons. I will say the other one has like 3 nukes rating. They look pretty good. I guess this character's better for Infinite more than the other than Anime Vanguards Jinwoo. Because this guy just builds up over time. I mean, like, this guy is great. 800 placement, amazing. Great buffer. I know they have multiple buffers, but nothing in comparison to her. Saria, she's just a crazy buffer. Because it's like it's up to 25 damage. I think Subaru goes up to 20 or close to that. But I mean, she could boost damage, SPA, decrease, and range much more than any of the other game than Anime Vanguards. I don't even know there's a buffer that does SPA. And then we have Yami, which if you're dark, you're just broken. I mean, let's see. They have so many more characters as well. Let's see, Sid. They did Black Clover, Dondadon. They also did AV also did Dondadon. I don't know which one was better. They both were. I mean, the AV one didn't look that great. That Black Clover, that's kind of unfair to say Dragon Ball because it's kind of like a 3-in-1 for that. Oh no, wait, they did have a Dragon Ball. That was their first update. Let's see. Soul Leveling, Bleach, Peace. I think a lot more updates. Remember. But to be fair, AV does take a long time. PR did take a long time to make their soul leveling one. That's probably why they dropped so many players. But right now, they're only rocking like 3,000 to 2,000 players. There's AV who has 30, close to 30, 50 or 60,000 currently. And they haven't updated in like a month. So they're popping off. To be fair, that Jinwoo update definitely that Jinwoo evolution is keeping busy. It's keeping me busy. I do love the auto amazing for long content. Very much improved. I wish there was more things you could do with character typing. Because I have this tournament portals, which portals you just brute force because yeah, I don't really see much for I really don't like the fact that it's negative for if you don't have anything for good for that one. What if you only have that good type? I mean, that's dumb. I mean, they released Jinwoo, which was dark. I got 200. That's stupid. Like, come on, why do that? I was able to do like AV does two buff, but it's more buffed. So you can decide like, oh, you can either do this one or do this one, but you get more for one of them. Still nice. So in my opinion, currently, like, okay, once back, I would say Anime Reborn was so much better. I enjoyed updates. Updates were much like easier to grind, do all. AV, not really, just all that. And I also do like that. Hey, this was a YouTube that anime anime tower defense YouTubers worked on. It's pretty cool, in my opinion. Now, I would say currently, with the quality of AV is slightly better. I don't know. AV just needs to work on their bugs, their mess-ups. In my opinion, for the length of time for update, currently I don't have any care for it because I'm still taking forever to do anything. Anime Reborn picks up and makes some overall that it will just fill the gap. Again, I do enjoy both games. I do enjoy them. It's just AR I haven't really played too much because I've done everything I cared to do. I'm playing this. I don't really care for Easter egg. This might screw me from the reroll department because I'm not really farming that, but in the end, I don't really care. I mean, I'll have over like 400 soon enough once tournament's over, which I don't even know when I'm gonna get to my tournament rewards. But with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's not any video. It's not my normal type of video, but I just don't have a unit to work on. Mainly because I don't care to do this and the other, and AV just takes forever. What is your opinions? I want to know y'all's opinions. I will say AR is more relaxed and like laid back, while AV is more like in depth and all that. And overall, much more to do in that game, in my opinion. So many events just open. So many events. They still have a Christmas event. Christmas ended months ago. Which good thing, because I got my Goku. I got my Gogeta. So that's, thank goodness. With that, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment below which game you think is better, in your opinion, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.